I'm Dale.
Hi, I'm Brennen.
Nice to meet you, Brennen.
Nice to
it's
meet
good
you
to
too.
have you here at the CRA Hot Rod Camp. And
Yeah, thank you.
we're just blessed. I've heard nothing but good things about you from Michael and others of the instructors, and so it's just great meeting you. Tell me a little bit about you quickly. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Kingsland, Georgia. That's
okay.
it's like right on the Georgia-Florida border.
Yeah.
It's where I go to school and I live. I've been there all my life. That's also where my church is. I kind of live in the boonies.
And your church? What's the name of the church?
It's Kingsland First Baptist. It's not a big church, but it's not a small church. Everybody loves everybody.
Well, sometimes it's really nice, I think, to be going to kind of a smaller church.
Yeah.
How'd you hear about the camp?
Well, my grandparents, they live down in Washington Courthouse. They had told me a long time ago, hey, there's a camp. They build hot rods. You know, they build cars and old cars, and they work on engines. And I just remember wanting to do that ever since I was little. I think I was maybe 10 whenever I heard about it.
Wow.
And so I was like, man, that would be an awesome thing to do. So now I'm here.
Well, that's great. And so now that you're here, what's your feel?
I really do enjoy like customizations on vehicles.
Okay.
I have a Jeep. I like to trick out vehicles and stuff like that.
So what have you been doing here?
We've been putting together a 350 small block Chevy. We've mounted the body and the radiator.
And here it is only Wednesday. Won't be long before you'll hear that engine fire up.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be exciting. So tell me a little bit more then. I understand that the guys are really enjoying what's called shop talk, and that's in the evening.
Oh yeah.
And kind of just share a little bit about what takes place overall at shop talk.
Well, what I really do like about Shop Talk is that the instructors, they have a chance to kind of give us a little bit of a background about them and kind of where they come from. And it also kind of gives us a chance to open up and express feelings that we might not feel comfortable expressing with somebody that we don't know very well. And I think it really connects the bond between instructor and trainee.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because I think back to some of the years when I was around your age, and I came out of a little different situation where I didn't know my dad. Obviously, I had one, but he left, and I kind of learned things, learned them in the back streets, and until I got my life straightened away a little bit later on. But when I hear you talk about that, I think, oh wow, Lord, I'd love to have had experiences like what you're talking about, where I could share with somebody and know that it was confidential, that it wasn't going to go out all over the airways or something. And that's pretty important, don't you agree?
I think that's what everybody loves about it. It's just that it's compact to the 7 guys and the instructors that we have here, and we know that they're not going to say anything to each other, but they're going to, instead of judging us, they're going to try and help us through that time.
Well, you know, it's interesting you use the word judge, and I like that, because it reminded me that Jesus said in John chapter 7, verse 24, he said, quit making a judgment by just mere appearances. And he said, make a right judgment. And so often that's what we do. We judge something from what we think we see. And like he was saying, that's not the right thing. You're making a wrong judgment. And obviously he looks at the heart, and I think that's what you guys are doing. You're seeing that these instructors are real people. They've gone through issues, they've gone through their own hurts of life, growing up. That must help you to kind of see that, well, we've all fallen short of the glory of God, but there's help for all of us. So that's really good. And Shop Talk isn't really long, is it?
Maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour and a half, but it's pretty intense.
That's great. And the different instructors share different nights, right? Is that the way it is?
So like Mike shared the first night, and he was kind of sharing a little bit of background behind him, and it helped us connect to them a little bit more. It shows us where they've came from, and that they're comfortable with us knowing their background. So I feel like it gives us kind of a sense of, hey, if they shared us, we can share with them.
Well, Michael, you talk about, he's the one that is here every year with the young guys, and yeah, he's a keeper, and he's got a lot of wisdom, and you know, the greatest thing is, though, that he cares about you guys, and I think you probably realize that from all of the instructors that are here. they're here because they care about the Brennens. Well, Brennan, God bless you, man.
You too.
Well, we're riding down the road in our automobiles. We're on a mission of love. We're taken to the streets of America to shine His light from above. We're rolling down the highway coming to your town. We've got a message aboard, custom paint and chrome wheels and a 4 on the floor. We do it all for the Lord. Yeah, we're cruising to Christ our Lord. Yeah, we're cruising to Christ our Lord. Yeah, we're cruising for Christ our Lord. Yeah, we're cruising